was writing that
I was writing that script.
And a lot of characters.
I had a lot of characters.
Deaf family.
Deaf family.
Black deaf family.
Black deaf
Because we don't have
representation
of deaf people of color in
of
TV,
color,
in the movies.
in features.
We don't have that.
TV.
They decided to add a little bit of my experience.
A little bit of my experience.
When I was little,
when I was young,
age 5, moved from Jamaica, and I fell and hit my head. I was in coma for several weeks. I lost my hearing.
I lost my hearing.
So some of that stuff that incorporated in the script writing
experiences.
So it's an amazing journey for us from that time.
From that time to
life changes.
Life changes.
Stand and then make it short.
Stand.
No, I just have to make it short.
No, I just
so
have to
stay
short.
So
I'm getting the funding.
My understanding is that it's better to make a short than
to make a short first.
There will be some at the film festival
and
like Sundance,
Tribeca.
Oftentimes, the producer or the distributor watch the film. If they like it, and then they will fund it. And expand it.
And expand.
And this will do well.
Do well.
It's going to be a breakout.
It's going to be a breakout story for deaf people of color.
And I think
it's
going to open eyes.
It'll open eyes.
The producers will want
and also the producers that want
it will be sound.
There'll be sound added.
Story, special effects. Maybe voiceover. It might have 2 different versions.
Might have 2 different versions.
One
with the native sign language, ASL, and one with voiceover. So we'll see which one will sell.
Subtitles.
And subtitles, of course.
Music.
Audio description. Audio description.
Special effects.
Special effects.
Special effects.
A lot of special effects. Especially when the girl has flashbacks, nightmare, and she becomes aware of things that happen to her.
Like 80% of
80% missing. Right, yeah.
We're
in the process of editing it also. And we're hoping by May or June. So, there you go. That's my film.
There were some scenes that had all of the atmospheric sound muted and some that weren't, and I just wondered if that was a choice or if it was still to be done.
No, that wasn't a choice. I had it quiet because I did the editing, and I didn't have the time to hire somebody to fix up the sound or add.
You might hear myself say cut.
You might hear myself say cut.
I hear myself say action or cut.
I hear myself say cut, action.
So and I want that picture, but I don't want that sound.
But I don't want that sound.
That happens a lot.
So it happens a lot. It happens
so when I have my picture
when I have my picture version, all set.
And then I will hire another editor.
They will hire another
to edit their version.
And then they will have their version.
That was better for me to hire somebody that makes it and
better for me to hire somebody.
The producer, that's too much. I'm going to hire all my producers.
But I have all my producers. Right, through everything.
That's the Lego.
So,
footage.
It's a Lego. It's like
some of the actors, well, most of the actors were deaf.
We're deaf.
Yeah. The main character.
The main character.
She's hearing.
She's hearing.
Yeah, no.
She had no background in signing at all.
Her mother's an interpreter.
Her mother's an interpreter.
And all the shows.
And I had chosen.
Very hard of being.
Very hard of being actor.
But when I auditioned her.
But when I auditioned her and I looked at her.
I didn't want a full deaf actor.
I didn't want a full deaf actor. No.
You didn't want an actor who would be.
I didn't want somebody who would be really signed. I wanted somebody who was a little awkward or a little off in their sign.
You got to fix my story.
Because so it happens. For my story.
On the fence.
She's on the fence.
Hearing world.
She's in the hearing world. And also in the deaf.
Because her family's deaf.
Because her family's deaf.
And she wasn't born deaf.
And she wasn't born deaf.
So when the accident happened.
So when the accident happened.
And the mother.
Had
a difficult time.
Placing her.
In the right school.
In the right schools.
Or
mainstream school.
After the accident.
And then after the accident, what do I do?
Mother already knows what that
Mother knew what happened.
She's a teacher.
She's a teacher for the deaf. However, but to put her in the right
She
school for
homeschooling her.
she homeschooled
The
her.
father, the husband.
And the father and the husband was saying no,
School for the
better
deaf.
put her in a school for the deaf.
That's
So that was the
my story.
argument that you saw. And that's part of my story.
You know, my signing wasn't that
My
great.
signing wasn't that great, to be
You know,
honest.
so everyone became better.
So and later on I became
That's
better.
why I got my character.
So
When I auditioned that him,
and when I auditioned that
I
hearing
watched her
actor,
face.
I
I
watched
didn't
her
care about her
face.
signing.
I didn't care about her
Many
signing.
deaf people
Many deaf people
lack that skill
lack that
of
skill
acting.
of acting,
You know, when it comes to
physically
pacing,
acting when it comes to
feeling
face,
emotion.
pacing and emotion and eye contact. They'll just be
It's not
signing.
natural that they overact.
But it's not
They allow
natural.
that
It's not
switch
natural.
of birth.
I like you see a lot of that
You have to
switch
feel
to
it,
birth.
you know how
Uh,
to go with
They
that
don't know
action.
how to go.
They don't know
with
how.
that.
So a lot of times I
So a
see
lot of times I see
The
the
emotion.
same
So
emotion, same thing
After
happen,
that.
portrayal,
you know, the epic fail.
and it's an epic
No.
failure. On my
We have
part.
so few deaf.
So there's few deaf actors right now that
Put it
are
off.
really skilled, that are
Exactly.
very successful,
I see
that
some of the
have a broad
actors,
vision,
they aunt, their mother,
and
they didn't
mother
have
and
that.
father, they didn't have that kind of skill that
Be
they
natural,
possess. Natural.
shot. And that gives the editor, the
and it
editor
gives the
time
editor also
cut.
time to cut.
You know,
It gives them a place
build
to
the
cut.
emotion,
Build the emotion,
tempo,
tempo,
pacing,
pacing.
you know. So that's what I was
So
starting
I want to work on that. And that's
So
why I
it should
chose
fit what I'm
here.
looking for.
And it fit what I
Then
was
we have-
looking for. So, and
You
then I
got
really
it.
had to roll up my screen,
You know,
sleeves, and
serious.
teach her how to, and teach her
She put it off.
and I could check, but I could see,
Right.
and it would help in the background story in a way that you could pull for that and see through the whole event. Because I think basically that for a movie also to be educational in a way, and for the parents hearing, maybe they're hearing and they have a deaf child. What do they do? And there's that struggle. My experience is the same as yours. My parents are hearing, and they had a deaf child. What do they do? And they were asking the doctors. The doctor said mainstream, oral school, ASL school. My doctor, he looked it over and he said, well, your son would choose his own language, meaning ASL, or maybe it would be English through oral training, and then later on sign language. And my parents discussed it, and it was a huge discussion. And again, that shut up point, that was really what happened within my family. And with sign language and the choices that parents have to make, and they're pressured by the outside community. I like your movie because it really, it has that assimilation, and it's educating at the same time, and it's showing the frustration of what do you do?
You saw eye to eye.
And you saw eye to eye.
That's also basically why a lot of parents,
A lot of
the
parents,
child,
when
or
the
the child is deaf. They don't know what to do.
They don't know what to do.
Oftentimes, they listen to the doctor
Sometimes they listen
or
to
the
the doctor,
audiologist,
or an audiologist
you know.
about
But
cochlear
in the
implant.
parents, deaf
And the
parent
parents, when you
situation,
have deaf parent situations, very different.
Deaf.
What do you do?
my
And
child,
now,
going here about
my
that,
child's born here, but
they
becomes
don't know what
deaf.
to do.
And what to do? And now, do I
But
go
the
shopping
brother was
and announce to
hearing,
everybody
oh,
else?
either.
It's different when they're hearing. So, yeah.
So a lot of parents that my
So,
open eyes.
it opened my eyes to a lot of things. So for any parents, deaf or hearing, it's always a struggle on the educational choices of what will best benefit their child. If a deaf parent decides, oh, okay, I want an oral school or cochlear implant, I'm sure if, you know, the deaf culture, it's very, very black and white, very strict sometimes. You're deaf, but my parents' influence, and they sent me to an oral school and said, well, now you're oral, but hey, I didn't make that choice. Yes, I speak, and I do have the deaf community supporting me, regardless of my background, and I might be from a deaf family, and I have a child who's going to Gallaudet, and then there's this whole other world, and it's also the deaf world sometimes look down on people that do speak and that do have the oral skills, and they don't have that background. So this movie, I think, opens the mind to, oh, that's what aspect I've noticed, as opposed to general audiences, it's a challenge to make movies by a deaf director, and that's for a deaf audience, because the profit margin is low sometimes. Most of the times, if you want to make a movie and you're thinking about a hearing audience, it's general. You know that. You know that you'll have an audience. You know that you might get that monetary return. So it's a struggle and a balance to make a movie for the deaf, but yet at the same time, will there be money there? And how do you balance that, Jade?
All my work.
Well, all my work.
Always, and I believe in
the
integration of hearing and deaf.
I'm
not like Mark Wood.
I'm not like
Mark Wood made a film just for deaf audience. You don't add sound,
just said
nothing.
Film just for
So,
deaf audience, no sound, no language.
Deaf, hearing actor.
Hearing actor.
You know, we have a couple of them in the
There've been a couple of them in the movie.
I try to balance.
I've tried to balance.
I also have TV pilots.
pilots.
I try to pitch 2 TV
But I'm
pilots
trying
for television.
2 TV pilots for television.
Switch up both, you know.
Especially
both.
Switched at birth, which
hearing husband with a hard ear guys, with one coda, with 2 dash child, whatever.
Mix it
You
up.
know,
Mix it
so
up.
balance.
So there's a balance. So there's a balance.
I can't imagine
I can't imagine just making
That's
something
not
just
how
for the
I was
deaf.
raised. That's not my lifestyle.
That's not how I was raised.
No.
It's not my lifestyle. So.